the video showed was different than what we were hearing.
Tonight, the Multnomah County Chair explaining why she released video from the Central Library showing an alleged assault and stabbing in late August. Now, police said a man tried to intervene in an altercation, but the chair says there's more to it. The video appears to show the man approach a group, say something, walk across the street, and then there was a fight with the suspects. Good evening. Thanks a lot for joining us, everybody. I'm Steve Dunn.
And I'm Deborah Knapp. The video does not have audio, so it's really unclear if there was an exchange between the man and the group. So for context, the Central Library is at Southwest 10th and Yamhill. That's just 3 blocks away from Pioneer Courthouse Square, 2 blocks from the South Park blocks, and a block away from Director Park. K2 Shelby Slaughter is live outside the library tonight explaining the back and forth over this video. And Shelby, people may wonder why the security guards stationed at the library can't step in to help in those situations.
Yeah, Steve, and I do want to show you because, they were right behind me like 5 seconds ago. There's 2 security guards walking here on the sidewalk, and there's one up here by the door. And I just wanted to note that because I just spoke with a private security guard, and he told me that oftentimes these security guards are contracted to stay right where they are. Surveillance footage from outside Central Library on August 25th showing the moments leading up to a stabbing and assault.
If you look at the video, and which really speaks for itself, which is one of the reasons I wanted to make sure it was public, but it really is like you have a group of youth who are outside and just talking amongst each other, like hanging out, doing stuff.
Multnomah County Board Chair Jessica Vega Pederson speaking with me one-on-one on Tuesday about this video of the incident. It appears to show a man saying something to a group of young people. Eventually, a fight breaks out, and the man being stabbed and attacked with skateboards.
But I think it's also important the way that we're talking about it, especially when we have some young black people who are defendants, and making sure that we're not, falling back on racial stereotypes as we're talking about something.
Vega Pederson tells me she advocated for this video to be released. She said she felt the narrative of the incident being portrayed was inaccurate. And 3 people were booked into jail because of that stabbing. Reporting live from Central Library in downtown Portland, I'm Shelby Slaughter, K2 News.
Shelby, thank you. This morning, the 3 assault suspects were in court after they were indicted by grand jury. The DA says the jury saw all the video evidence, and 3 suspects pleaded not guilty today. They'll be back in court soon to determine whether they should stay in custody before trial.
The day after the stabbing, the president of the Portland Metro Chamber blamed the county chair for the ongoing issues near the library. Chamber President Andrew Hone called it a hotspot for violence and drug use. The county chair said they had added 3 more security officers, added security at the front doors, added 24/7 security camera and limited Wi-Fi access and more. Looking back to the beginning of the year, the group Downtown Portland Clean and Safe says the area immediately around that library has had dozens of calls for crime. This includes more than 400 calls for loitering or trespassing, 62 welfare checks, 74 drug activity calls. That's data through late August. We are working to compare these numbers to the police database for that neighborhood.
We want to give you some examples of other recent crime incidents at or near the library. Back on July 1st, a man was shot and killed just steps outside the library. Police arrested a 26-year-old suspect who'd been inside before the shooting and was likely armed at that time. Back in May, a man was arrested on sex abuse charges for trying to grab a woman and whipping another woman in the head with a belt while she was sitting on a bench outside the library. Police arrested the man with the help of Clean and Safe. And in the spring and summer of 2024, Portland police made dozens of arrests for drug dealing outside the library. This was right before Oregon recriminalized possession of hard drugs. A 2023 audit also found that most library employees felt unsafe at work. The audit detailed more than 2,000 incident reports filed in 2022. Earlier this summer, the county said it had implemented 7 recommendations with 4 in progress. As we mentioned, the county has taken steps to increase security. Last month, Director of Libraries Annie Lewis went before the Board of Commissioners and suggested adding things like bag searches, vapor detectors, restrictions on personal belongings, and removal of the benches outside of the library. Lewis is set to give the board an update on these ideas this month. K2's on your side, continuing to follow the stabbing case, the shooting case, and other incidents around the library. We're also committed to following up on the proposed security changes. In the meantime, you can find our extensive reporting on our website, katu.com.